Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot.
Hi, I'm Ken Carroll.
你好，我叫 Jenny 朱。
www.chinesepod.com.
你会说中文吗？
This is Chinese Pod.
这是博客中国。
Hello and welcome to Chinese Pod. My name is Ken Carroll and with me is
Hello, I'm Jenny.
Jenny Zhu. Okay, now, as ever, we're bringing you lessons in the spoken and listening in the Chinese language. However, today we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to try a more advanced lesson today. I would say it's an intermediate, not high intermediate, maybe sort of lowish intermediate. Those particular terms are relative anyway. There's no real standard way to say exactly what is intermediate or not. But you'll see anyway that it's more advanced. And so we'd be very keen to hear your feedback on the level and the input and so on. What we want to do today is bring you some new vocabulary, bring you something much more challenging in terms of the lesson. But also we want to treat it in such a way that you get to hear it in a colloquial way. In other words, the way Chinese is actually spoken, because that's what will make your Chinese sound much more fluent. Now, as ever, as with any level, you can find a lot of backup here, the text, the transcripts, and a lot of expansion exercises, and so on the ChinesePod.com website. So without any further ado, our first intermediate lesson, I do believe, Jenny, isn't it? And
Yes.
It is. Okay, well, let's listen to the dialogue twice. I believe first time it'll be quite slow, and then second time will be more naturally. And then we'll break it down for you. So, let's go.
王小姐，你好像很累。
对，我很累，我的工作很麻烦，我每天8点钟上班，6点钟下班。
哎呀，太忙了，工作差不多10个小时，你应该休息。
我没有办法休息。
Oh my God.
What's wrong?
Look at this. A legal letter. See? They claim that our product name and website infringes on their trademark.
But we have a registered website and a domain name. But did you ever file a trademark?
They are actually demanding that we sign over our domain name.
Did you know that not having a trademark registration is not only important for the brands and trade names you use for your goods and services, but also for your website? Don't risk losing your domain name and social media pages because of a trademark dispute. The Trademarkers Network of intellectual property attorneys can file your trademark reliably and also give you guidance if someone else before you has filed or registered a trademark with your brand. Go to www.trademarkers.com today to make sure you get the brand protection you deserve.
王小姐，你好像很累。
对，我很累，我的工作很麻烦，我每天8点钟上班，6点钟下班。
哎呀，太忙了，工作差不多10个小时，你应该休息。
我没有办法休息。
Okay, good. Now, I believe that we should go through some of the vocabulary there. I think that the first item, Jenny, was what? What was the first word you want to look at today?
麻烦
Again, please.
麻烦
Okay, 麻烦. Now, 麻烦, translated literally, is bother
Yeah,
or trouble.
trouble.
Could you give us some examples of using 麻烦?
Okay, don't take it personally, but
Okay.
Ken,
Yes.
你很麻烦
Oh, yeah. So why are you saying that? So which situation would you use that if you say to somebody, 你很麻烦?
If someone's bugging you
Uh-huh.
or generally you're having a bad hair day and you just want to take it out on someone. We don't recommend that, but
Okay.
you can use it on people or
Okay.
to describe things.
Good.
It's up to you.
Could you say it to me again, please?
Okay. 你很麻烦
我怎么回答呢? How can I answer? Can I say 你也很麻烦?
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
okay, that's
You
a
just got
pretty
back at me.
So I'll say it to you. 你很麻烦.
你也很麻烦.
Oh, you see, you really learned the real stuff here on Chinese Pod. Good, 麻烦. We'll look at that again in a few minutes. The next item, please.
加班.
Okay, now that sounded like two first tones. Is that correct?
Yes.
加班. And that means to work overtime.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, to work overtime. Could you give us it again, please? Maybe twice.
加班.
To work overtime.
加班.
To work overtime. Good. Now, the next expression, please, Jenny.
差不多. 差不多.
Now, 差不多 it has lots of different uses. Essentially, it means approximately, doesn't it?
Yes.
Something like approximately or about. Give us some examples, could you please, of when we use the expression 差不多?
You can say, for example, 差不多10点钟. It means it's about 10 o'clock.
It's almost 10,
Yeah, it's
right?
almost 10.
So literally, it's 差不多, meaning quite close to, or it's
Yes.
not far from. And if something is very poor, sometimes people say, 哎呦,很差.
很差.
很
Yeah,
差,
it's really
不是差.
poor. Or 差不多 can mean satisfactory. It's just okay. Like, how did you do
Yes.
in the test? You can say
差不多.
差不多.
Or if somebody says, have you finished?
Yeah, if you answer 差不多, it means you're almost done.
You're almost done. Yeah, yeah. So somebody might says, have you finished lunch? How would you say that?
我差不多
吃完了, 对吗?
Yes.
我差不多吃完了. I've almost finished eating. Good. 差不多, very common indeed. The next item, please.
学习
Okay, so that's quite easy. We've had it in previous
Before,
lessons. That
yeah.
is to study. 学习. Okay, now the next one, please.
好像
Now, this is used to say something seems to be or it looks like something. Could you give us an example?
你好像很忙
Okay, so you could translate that as it seems that you're very busy.
Yeah,
right?
or you seem very
You
busy.
seem very busy. So maybe you walk into an office, you don't really want to disturb someone, but you say,
你好像很忙
yeah, so it's a way to say, I understand that you're busy. It looks like
Yeah.
you're busy. And then, of course, you interrupt them. But at least you're polite about it. The next item, please.
休息 This is also a word that we had before.
We had it, yeah.
Yeah, in previous.
And it means to take a rest or to take a break.
Yeah.
Next one, please.
应该
应该. Now, this is should or must.
Yeah.
In the context of this dialogue, what was it here? It was
You should
you should take a
good
rest. So how do you say that?
你应该休息
Okay. 应该, it's first tone, isn't it?
Yes.
你应该休息. Okay.
And a good indication of whether it means should and must
Yes.
is, of course, the context helps, but just the way people pronounce it. If
Yes.
they're really stressing the words, like
Yes.
你应该去, you can sense that it's obligatory.
Ah.
And our last new vocab for today is 上课, both fourth tones. 上课. Meaning, Ken?
Oh, well, to go to class, to take a
Yes.
class, to attend class. So 2 fourth tones, 上课, right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, the teacher, of course, will say that at the beginning of lessons. Maybe we could use that from here on in. When we begin our lesson, we say 上课.
上课.
Right, good. Now, I think maybe from here, you could take it over a little bit, Jenny. And I think you had some plan to do some questions there, to construct
Yes,
some
certainly
questions.
I did.
So maybe you could read the questions. Then we'll give it a second and I'll translate it for the first part, okay?
That's very good. So I've got 5 very easy questions.
Okay.
And just pay attention to them. First question. 你觉得累吗?
Do you feel tired?
第二,
Second question.
为什么？
Why?
第三题，
This third question.
你每天工作几个小时？
How many hours do you work every day?
第四题，
Question 4.
你加班吗？
Do you work overtime?
第五题，
Question 5.
你周末喜欢做什么？
What do you like to do on the weekend?
非常好 ，very easy, simple five
Quite easy,
questions.
quite easy. But what we could try now is if you'd repeat the questions, Jenny,
Yeah.
and I think our listeners, if you don't feel too embarrassed, I don't know where you are right now listening to the lesson, but I do suggest it's a good idea to try to speak up, to try to answer the questions in one form or another. So Jenny will answer the question, we'll leave a couple of seconds, and you can try and give some answers.
Okay, get ready. Let's start now. 第一题，你觉得累吗？第二题，为什么？
We often have people tell us things like,
I gave learning Mandarin a shot, but then I realized I really don't have enough time to commit to it.
folks who felt this way love Chinese Pod Recap. In as little as 90 seconds a day, you can refresh what you've learned so far while adding a bit of what's new to your daily learning. An innovative language learning tool to fit the busy, fast-paced lifestyle of today's professionals.
第三题，你每天工作几个小时？第四题，你加班吗？第五题，你周末喜欢做什么？
Great. Now, could we last exercise? Could you give a possible answer to each? Maybe you could do the question and the answer, a simple answer to each one, please. Jenny.
And it's just a template. Of
All right.
course, you can answer.
You can answer whatever way you
everything
like.
you want. 第一题，你觉得累吗？回答 ，answer。我非常累。I am very tired. 为什么？因为我每天工作好多小时。Because I work many hours a day. 你每天工作几个小时？我每天工作8个小时。I work for 8 hours a day. 你加班吗？我不经常加班。I don't often work overtime. 第五题，你周末喜欢做什么？周末，我喜欢在家休息。I like to take a break at home.
I like to take it easy at home, you
Yeah.
could say too, right? Good.
Yes.
Excellent. Good questions, good practice. Quite easy today. It's our first intermediate lesson. We will gradually make it more challenging for you. Have no fear about that. Great. Now, what I would suggest, I think, is that we could listen to the original dialogue one more time.
王小姐，你好像很累。
对，我很累，我的工作很麻烦，我每天8点钟上班，6点钟下班。
哎呀，太忙了，工作差不多10个小时，你应该休息。
我没有办法休息。
Okay, good. I think that's it from our first lesson in low intermediate Chinese for today in Chinese Pod. Do come back. Over the next weeks, we will start to introduce more lessons at this level. But in the meantime, of course, keep studying and keep practicing. And we'll see you again very soon.
再见.
As usual, Chinese Pod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0043. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0043 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0043.
Chinese Pod, Chinese Pod.